Hi there guys and welcome to a very special Krozzfyre cast because it is not just a Krozzfyre cast today, it is a Krozzfyre and...
Le Wish cast.
That's right. That other voice you can hear is Mr. Wish, who is my 2v2 partner in crime, and you will be joining us today to commentate on this spectacular match between Han LA, who I'll be following.
And I will be following Sargasa.
Sweet.
Hope we get the names right.
Yeah, maybe not, but hey. On Kholodony Ferma Winter. I'm sure I butchered that one, but let's get this replay underway in 3, 2, 1, go. 8, 9, and 10. So, Sunday Night Fights have made this new thing where 10 seconds is the new replay start off. I think it's 7 seconds. 7 seconds is way cooler. But anyway, let's talk about the initial opening. This is quite interesting from Han LA. He's actually gone for a pioneer start and then into his tier 1. So... yeah, he's going to be getting some... well, he's got at least 2 Pioneers out, which is interesting. You don't see that very often, because obviously Pioneers aren't that strong. But there we are. I mean, his commanders that he's got up available for him is Joint Operations. He's got the Storm Doctrine, which I don't see that much of, to be honest, and the Festung Support Doctrine as well. And how about Sargasa? I'll quickly switch over to Sargasa with you to sort of see his commanders and things.
Yeah. He's got the shock motor, heavy tactics with the ISU as the main focal point, and the shock rifle frontline tactics, ISU and KV-8 flamer tank. And the last one is guard motor coordination tactics with the T-3485's quite hefty price for those tanks.
Yeah, but they were recently slightly buffed in the recent patch. Yeah. I don't think they were... I mean, I haven't really used them since the patch, but... if you look at the difference in the Panzer IV, I mean, it's not huge. I mean, the Panzer IV still does some infantry damage and things like that. So I imagine that the T-34s are in a similar situation where they're not hugely buffed. But that's my personal thought. Now, obviously, because this is winter, Handler over here doesn't have the gap in the fence that he can run through to go to this field. So he's just instead going to cap up his point up here. He's going to cap up the point, and he's going to decide to control the bottom field instead. But it is being quickly... decapped by his opponent, Sargasa. But here comes some Gren to try and push it off. He will get the decap off though, so that the he's not going to have any fuel anytime soon. So a smart play by Sargasa going straight for that cut off. Getting a quick kill as well on the Grenadiers. Could actually win this fight. I mean, when it's up close and personal like this, it's very much 50-50. It all depends on... okay, 2 people down on these Grenadiers, so Grenadiers need to get out. And here comes
they are really going to get out because there is reinforcements on the way for Soviet.
And he does move into the green cover, so he is actually in directional cover from both areas, but there's no point in him staying there. I mean, this guy could so... oh!
So close to losing that guy.
Big mistake by Sargasa there. He really should have chased down that unit. I mean, like, one shot and he would have taken out that squad, and to lose a Grenadier squad at 2.5 minutes in...
that's really bad stuff.
Yeah. Meanwhile, up at top then, we've got Sargasa jumping into this little cabin, preventing... well, he's not preventing Handler from doing anything. Handler's going to take a bit of damage, but... it's just the fact that he's there. So Handler can't displace him from there, and obviously he can just decap them when he wants.
And it seems now that the combat engineers are really in a bad position. They are the stronger unit, so they should really be able to take that fight, but they are getting pushed off badly. Only 2 guys left.
Well, here comes the conship to support him out. He should be able to...
yeah.
Okay. He should have played that a little better. If he played that a little better, he'd been able to keep that unit on the field and then actually cap up when the conships arrive. But this MG has been nicely Molotoved, and he's down to 1 person. He's going to leg it out there, but he's going to survive. That's the main thing. However, this Sargasa's got constant pressure on this cutoff point, which is great. You don't see much cutoff action on this side of the map. You tend to sort of see it on the other side of the map, but. Like I say, Sargasa has quickly recognized that the German player wants to go for the bottom fuel, and he's denying it greatly. The other thing not to point out as well is that on the summer version there's a point here. Obviously now you can't see where I'm selecting, but the viewers at home can. But because this is now a huge cutoff point, instead of having this additional point here, which would have been connected to territory. Anyway, Sargasa deciding to delay and stall some of the action. But it's always nice when you can do that, because he was using 1 unit to prevent 2 units from doing anything really. He wasn't doing much damage against them. He did enough, but he's able to just sneak away and start capping with that unit as well. So that's really fantastic to like he just cost time more than anything, time and positioning for his opponent. But there we are. So we see now that the now he's going to get the his cutoff back. He's going to be connected to his fuel at last, and connected most of his territory. He's been stuck on one territory for quite some time now, so I imagine that Sargasa is going to have quite an advantage.
Yeah, he has quite a lot of munitions, and he hasn't been investing all that money in buildings, but he has a weapon support Campagna on the way.
Okay.
About halfway done, so we will be seeing other units apart from all these conscripts flooding the map.
Alright, and we actually see Tier 1 being upgraded at the moment as well for Handler. He has around about 80 munitions, but I imagine he's probably going to want to save them rather than upgrade or use too many rifle nades with them. He is decapping the fuel, and he does have quite a sort of a large force, 3 Grenadiers, 2 Pioneers, and an MG. So he's gone for a medium sort of size Tier 1. He's going to need to get these Pioneers out of here though. He's doing a great job of beating back these conscripts. So as I say, 2 Pioneers will always beat back conscripts, but this 1 Pioneer is very low. So what I would do now is I would keep this. No, see again, he retreated off a bit too soon. He could have just kept that that low health Pioneer to cap up at that point, move the full health one further in to decap the other one. There we are, slight error. It's not the end of the world.
Yeah, fuel is being contested, or rather capped, but they do have the conscripts in the building. So he really needs to either support his Grenadier squad, because there we go. MG going down as well.
Well, the Grenadier squad sitting in green cover, they wouldn't have been taking that much damage. But here comes another Grenadier squad, so they're now sort of they just double flanked the MG back there. But he's got some combat engineers come up, and they should be able to push out this squad here. I'd love to see a rifle nade going off, just because a rifle nade will really equal up the pressure. And what he should do is focus both the Grenadiers onto the combat engineers. Combat engineers are much more likely to go down quicker. If you can force that unit off, then the conscripts are again just sort of stuck in the abyss, really, without any support. And you can see there's now 4 or 5 units of Handler surrounding this one conscript squad. So if he does get out, he's probably going to get some losses on his way out. So we can see now, and the MG obviously is going to pin this.
Really good flank.
The trouble is with this building is fine to harass and deny the few if you have supporting units. But we can see that Handler's shifted all of his focus from his bottom VP up to this top fuel. He decided he's just going to leave the bottom fuel to its own devices. But he does take the cutoff point, which is happy days. Gets to take the bottom cutoff point, which is going to deny the fuel for the Russian player, for Sargasa. So,
what do you need?
With that flank going, just saying, with that flank going in with the conscripts to try to probably just aid in the fight, he actually could see where the MG repositioned, so he could really have avoided being pinned with his, or suppressed with that squad rushing in.
Yeah, he could have. I think as soon as you seen that there was 2 or 3 squads there, the combat engineers weren't going to help at all, and the additional conscripts weren't going to help. He should have just got the conscripts out of there and refocused. So now at bottom, there's nothing at all for Handler guarding the bottom. So this is really the Russian opportunity to just go and swap the maps, sort of flip the map from going top originally, just go in bottom. But we'll see how he gets on. He has got a bit of a cut-off back here. It's not a full cut-off though, unfortunately, because the munitions belongs to Handler, so he's still connected to that top fuel. But very risky Molotov. Goes down to 1 man. He very well could go down here to some Grenadier fire on his retreat.
Oh, that's...
Oh! You know what? I don't think you can see that because fog of war, but that was literally the last millimeter of sight in the fog of war. A mass retreat with this infantry now from Handler. He wants to get it back to base. Funnily enough, though, he ran through the fire, and one of his Grenadiers is very low, very close to going down. I don't agree with that mass retreat. He could have kept 1 guy there at least. I know there's more fire there, but...
Yeah, he should left 1 guy. I mean, there was 1 with full health, I think.
Yep, 1 with full health.
And he could support that MG top, because that MG, if it gets flanked with a Molotov, it's left to its own devices, is probably going to get in trouble, just left alone. So you really shouldn't leave even an MG alone like that. It's too risky.
And it's not in a great position anyway. I mean, he hasn't got the line of sight because he's in the blizzard. If he was in the building outside of the fuel, he'd be doing a lot better and being able to deny that. But it was just this mass retreat here. This mass retreat really did cause him to lose a lot of time on the fields. These Pioneers are very close to going down. Yeah, Pioneers get out.
There's massive cutoff going on as well.
Yep, a great cut. I mean, again, he's back down to this 1 point outside his base. This is he's been on this 1 point for most of the game, unfortunately. MG is going to set up right in the face of the conscripts. Conscripts didn't ooh-ah out in time, but I'm sure they're going to have a Molotov in their pockets. There it goes, Molotov going off. This MG is dangerously low. His Vet 1 being Vet 2. He's sitting it out. He's actually activated his armor piercing, which is going to do extra damage. You can see extra damage against the conscripts, but he couldn't stick it out because here come the Pioneers to back him up. Meanwhile, outside of Handler's base, we got the conscript sort of army just facing up against the MGs. This is rifle made time. He has upgraded for 1 LMG. He's got plenty of munitions banked up. So, I mean, I'm not too sure why he hasn't gone for a Flame of Half Track or something like that. So, yeah, this yet. He's got tons of fuel, tons of munitions. And there's more options to him than sticking with Tier 1 at the moment. He has got a pack gun out. And it's kind of okay to get a pack gun out because obviously his opponent has had the fuel advantage in this game. But, I mean, is Sargasa going for any vehicles?
I could tell you that he has got the 10 copy battalion command up, and T-70, I believe, is going to hit the field in like 10 seconds.
Right, okay. So now this pack is looking very smart, and also because he's got so many grenadiers lying around, he's got plenty of Faust opportunities. If he can Faust the T-70, he should be able to smack it out with the pack. But we'll see how it unfolds.
Any commander choices?
Yes, I was just about to say that actually. He's just selected the Festung support, so he's going to give him the mortar half track. He's got the smoke bombs coming in, the relief infantry, which has been updated with the latest patch, the artillery piece, and the sector artillery calling for 200 munitions.
Just saw a crappy Molotov by the lower VP.
Yeah,
I could tell that the shock motor commander is chosen, so we got the ISU in the long haul, but right now he has called in some shock troops, so probably that will, combined with the T-70, be quite infantry efficient.
I mean,
cleaning the infantry out really fast. Here we go.
Yeah, the conscripts went down very quickly, but I mean, shock troops and T-70, they're going to mash up these troops very quickly and very easily. So he's actually going for a second pack gun now. Again, I'm just not too sure about the second pack gun. He had the sort of ability, if he really wanted to, he could go on 2 scout cars, both upgrades, and that would have been able to take out the T-70. For a brand about the same cost as the T-70, it's not a huge difference. But out of position, Mortar does get 1 lucky kill, but he's going to have to get right on out of there. Pack gun just a bit too late. He's not going to be able to take out the shot on the T-70, who's just running around marauding stuff. MG, a good placement for the MG, because this is, this is almost as close to a base pin as you can really on this map, without right being down his throat. And you can see he's only on 2 points now. So this is.
But what he does have compared to Sargasa is unit preservation. Sargasa is down to 4 infantry units.
Wow. Okay. Hanna has lost 1 Grenadier squad. I believe it was just the one he was just trying to retreat out then. But he's got Veterancy 2 in his mortar, Veterancy 1 on both Grenadiers and on the MG as well. So yeah, okay, his unit preservation is quite good.
Yeah, I mean for the really small infantry force that he has, the amount of map control is insane. I mean, he doesn't really have much, so that's really impressive.
That's even more effective if he's not got that much, because his income is even greater then. Oh, did that machine gun go down? No, machine gun got out of there.
Yeah, it got out.
And his machine gun, ooh, both getting out in the sliver of health there. Sitting around in the fire for a little bit too long. And it's that risky business where you think, I can stick this out in the fire for just a little, like for a few more seconds to be able to pin off this squad. It's almost never worth sticking around in Molotov. No. You don't have to straight up retreat, but you have to get out of there. So,
shock troops gonna.
Yep, I'm watching this as well. I mean, it's a little bit unfortunate because he's trying to charge in with the Grenadiers, and the Grenadiers need to be stationary for those LMGs to fire. But this backed up one is now going to open up, and out the shock troops go.
He really, he's upgrading the field infirmary because I mean, really low health squads. He really needed that to just keep.
He should, if he's only getting that, he should have got that quite some time ago. I feel. I think that when I play, my loose tactic is to try and get it by 10-minute mark. If I haven't got it by 10-minute mark, it's not really going to pay for itself. This T-70's been doing well. 11 kills. He hasn't been throwing it into the face of the pack guns. He's just been holding it back, picking his moments, taking the right shots at the troops. I do want to mention he had some crazy play with a flamer engineer came right down outside the base, and it looked quite good actually. If he was able to pick off the packs and the mortars, but unfortunately a bit too close to the base MG, he got pinned and had to get out of there. But now we see the handlers. He's broken out of this little pin, you know, sort of inverted comma pin, and he's starting to take back some of the map now. So at least
he should really
he's
spread his units out more. He does have units in base that he really could use to cap. Even if it's just for 3 guys, he could move out, spread the cap up. Because, I mean, he does have, I think he still has the unit advantage. I don't think, well, 2 pack guns and a mortar isn't really mobile units though. But he,
yeah, I was about to say, it's kind of having those stationary things. You don't really want to go cap in. I mean, even with an MG, it's quite risky going cap with an MG because obviously got such a long setup time. He's gonna have to reposition it. He does very quickly recognize. That's good awareness. And meanwhile, up top, his pioneers are gonna start harassing the field, I believe. But pin conscripts now. Now here's the T-70. The T-70 is in a good position because the packs aren't able to fire at them from there. They would have to move into a much more exposed area to come and take out the T-70. The T-70 is able to sit here and pick away at some infantry, do a bit of damage. And here we can see now a bit of an interesting engagement. 2 pioneer squads up top versus the double-vetted conscripts. However, the conscripts were soft retreating for a little bit too long, so they're showing the back and not firing. I'm sure they will lose that engagement now. Now we can see dangerous pack placement. See, the pack is trying to chase the T-70 away,
but
and
it must have got something, I didn't see what, but something has got a hit on the T-70 because it's half health only.
Half health? I assume it's probably a pack. I mean, it's got to be a pack.
Yeah.
Anything else that would have done that damage.
No, and it's not damage ending or anything, so it's probably a pack.
He is Veteran 1 now.
Yeah, 14
which means
kills.
he can start capping with it if he so chose, but he's doing quite well enough with it, having it out in front.
Going south fast. So it's
Yeah,
gonna lose
those
that
conscripts are going to go down. See, I mean, this is when you've got such a micro-intensive battle going on, it's difficult to. Yeah, he gets out. Again, this is kind of slightly poor paper handler. If he didn't charge in like that, if he just clicked on the conscripts, he would have stood still and fired, and that would give him the best opportunity
in the
to
retreat
take out the last
path.
guy.
That would be really awesome.
Yeah, if you can chase him down, that's okay. But I mean, it's very delicate, sort of trying to get the balance right. Of if you're moving, your actually is reduced, but you're going to get more shots off because you're chasing them. So, or if you're stationary, you're going to have less shots off, with be more accurate. So, I would personally choose to, unless you had something like Panzer Grenadiers or shock troops, I'd personally just sit still and try and pick them off that way. Okay, around about I'm at the 17 minute 5 seconds. Are you at the same?
8, 9, 10.
Okay. I'm very slightly behind you, but I'm not going to make any adjustments. That's fine. Okay, so again, Handler's won the last sort of 2 or 3 engagements where he's forced the Soviet player off, and now he's really starting to put his ground down on the map. I earlier debated why he didn't sort of get any tier 2 vehicles, and he's still not using that fuel for anything. He is upgrading for his battle phase 2, which means he will be able to get out some P4s and Stugs and things soon. I imagine we're going to see a P4 off the bat because that's the safest way of countering that T-70 whilst it's still being effective in the field.
Yeah, and I mean, Sargasa just sent out the 2nd shock troop squad.
Okay.
So he really has more or less no AT. He has 18-8s, but that's about it. 18-8s and the T-70.
That's the trouble. I mean, if you don't go if you don't get any pack guns out straight away and you have to rely on your Su-85s, then you're very dependent on fuel, and as soon as that guy goes down, well, then you can't really go and recrew it unless it's abandoned. But there we are. So, shock troops up north, and it looks like once again they've sort of flipped the sides of which side of the map they're going to go for. Soviets now on top, and the Austrians now on the bottom.
I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's smart because it sort of goes with the flow of the battle. If you can always feel if you're going against the grain of the battle.
South.
Oh, hello. T-70 and 3 groups of Grenadiers, all with LMGs. I don't agree with all of them having LMGs. I'd like to see 1. Yeah, there it goes. There's no point for 2 there. There's no point for 2 because he's not going to be able to finish it off.
No.
So
what Sargasa should have done there. Oh, here comes the pack. Yeah, it's kind of. If he charged in, probably he knows that he's gonna face at least 1 Shrek. And all those units clumped up, he probably could have.
Oh dear! This is that was actually really good play. I think that was actually really good play by Sargasa. He charged on in there, he baited out the but you only need to bait out one. The Packens just ran straight in front of the shock troops. He just got absolutely blinded by the T-70, like the T-70 was the only unit on the field, and he just went straight in front of an MG and shock troops with 2 Packens. One of them does make it out on silver health, but an excellent engagement sargasa. That's a big win, big easy win based on the mistakes of handling. However, this conscript in the middle, Vet 2 is gonna go down. He's definitely dead this time. Which is, hey man, the conscripts no one cares about me.
And now he's retreating the MG. Why?
Yeah, I don't know why he threw that MG out. Again, he had no health issues. He wasn't being fired at by a mortar or anything, and he could have defended this cutoff because once again he's down to 2 points now because of the cutoffs.
He could just reposition his MG. Of course, it was placed in quite a precarious spot, but if he moved it slightly just behind the building, behind the tank or something, it could cover a lot of area without being too worried about a flank. I think that would be good. What I was about to say about the T-70 is that Sargasa could have, if he wanted to, try to run over some infantry. Now he did actually get his T-70 out, so probably that wouldn't be the best solution in the long run, but it's a good way to finish off units as well. Running people over is very fun as well.
Yeah, I think in that situation he's right. It tries just to back it out straight away though, because even though the T-70 is a fast tank, as soon as its engine is hit, it obviously is. It's a lot more susceptible to those pack guns. So, what did I miss? Map control. Oh god, yeah. I mean, so just looking on the tactical map, it's insane how Handler is still in this match. You know, he's been triple capped for a large portion of the game. He's down to nearly 200 VPs now. Against 420, yeah, everyone likes the 420 Sargasa. But I mean, he's sticking on very, very well. He has got a Ostwind coming out first. Kind of interesting. I mean, this Vet 2. Ooh, here comes the pack shots on this. Yep, he very quickly gets out of the way. But a Vet 2 T-70 at full health can take down an Ostwind, especially if he's got the micro, if he's got the rear armor shots on it. He needs to be very careful on me. But that said, with shock troops out in the field, the Ostwind is going to have way of time just eating up those guys with no AT at all. I'm pretty sure you say there's no AT, right?
He just used it on the ISU.
He's what, sorry?
He has the ISU. Just called in the ISU, just to see you.
Alright, okay, well, this Ostwind is absolutely forked now. He does control this 1 BP, but it's nowhere near enough. He desperately needs to get some map control back. But like I said earlier on, his unit preservation is big, but the ISU from halfway across the field has been revealed. And now let's see if these grenadiers start going down by the blobs. Just a little bit of a missed there. Yeah. Smart. I mean, he could have got some rifle nades off, but obviously they take time. He wouldn't have definitely dislodged the MG anyway. But here comes the Ostwind on a nice little flank around the backside of the MG. It should very, very quickly take this guy down. Yep, he's not even recognized it. You see just like one shot, one kill, one shot, one kill. See a tree falling down. Tree falling down is never good because that always means a vehicle somewhere.
Yeah, and probably a heavier vehicle as well. And there's only one vehicle.
Oh, why are you chasing? Why are you chasing with the Ostwind? Why are you chasing up against
well, I mean,
sure
chasing in is never a good idea, but probably he guessed that there are no more tanks. And if you could get behind this ISU, I mean, the ISU turns so slowly, working behind it should be really a big issue.
Absolutely, I mean, it can kite it all day, but side shot. But he is going to start picking away. The shock troop's not done any kills yet, but a little bit of damage. He's doing a nice job of hiding behind the line of sight behind the trees, but again he takes another side shot. If he can just charge in with these no, he's done the wrong thing. If he just charges in, oh here it goes. Actually, scout plane going down. Oh no, there's smoke.
Yeah.
Smart smoke then from Handler, just to make sure his Ostwind got out. The other thing I said he could have, I was trying to say that his opponent could have done was just a chase with the conscript, so he always had the vision. Because that ISU will shoot from miles away. And that T-70 is still doing a good job. He's Vet 2 now as well with 26 kills. It's a lot of kills, especially against an Ostwind player. But meanwhile, this Ostwind is very, very quickly catching up with him. That's 480 manpower just lost by taking out that shock troop squad. And that's huge. That is the most expensive infantry unit you can buy. And it just did nothing. Jack.
Yeah, and he's down to 4 infantry units again. However, he does have a T-34 as well, so now he has 3 tanks for infantry
Okay.
units.
I mean, that should shut down any tank play that Handler can get out. But at the end of the day, he's not losing on tank play. Handler doesn't need tanks that much right now.
No.
He just needs map control.
Yeah, I think he should consider remanning the pack, even though there's a
Definitely.
ISU on the map. But I mean, now when the T-34 is revealed as well, he really should consider having some form of AT.
I completely agree, because I mean, yeah, he hasn't got Shrek that Panzer Grenadiers. He's only got Grenadiers. He still has the 1 pack, but that's
not going to work. Not against this.
No.
This is the infantry killing army.
there's too many vehicles out in the field now. So the T-70 and the T-34 combined up to push off the MG up top. The MG is very close to going down. Probably will go down. Oh no, he didn't chase. Oh, okay. Lucky little machine gun shot there. Down goes the veteran machine gun. Yeah, I completely agree. He needs to go and recrew that pack. He needs to go and recrew that MG as soon as he can as well, because that MG was doing a fantastic job. The MG can, the AT can act as a deterrent, but the T-70 I think is getting a little bit cocky. The pack gun takes a good side shot on there, but it's being shot at by the ISU, I believe. He adjusts it. No, he's going to be out of the line of sight and needs to walk on back now.
Oh, there we go.
Ooh, huge shot from the ISU. Mind with the machine gun, it does take him down. See some more smoke coming in. This smoke is far too late. It was a good idea, but yeah. As soon as it just takes a little bit too long for it to be any effective. We see again this Grenadier force sticking together. I like the way he is keeping his fighting force together.
Yeah, but he really dishes damage really fast. I mean,
definitely with 3 LMG upgrades.
Sargasa is really hurting right now, and yeah, he's just got one up. Combat engineer squad. But I mean, it went down. He has to spend manpower to rebuild a squad, not reinforcing a squad. It's a big manpower loss.
He does get a good strike off from the T-34, which renders the T-34's round of the null and void until he can get that repaired up. However, he's got a great conclave on these Grenadiers now. So yeah, Grenadiers very rightly so had to get out there as quickly as they could. But the ISU, T-34, T-70, and a machine gun shooting at them, they weren't going to have fun. Oh, what? Did I miss that? Did he just lose a squad somehow? How did I miss that? I'm not too sure how I missed that, but the Osman managed to take down his second shock troop of the game.
Yeah,
so he managed to lose 2 Grenadier squads. That has got to have been to an ISU shot. I didn't actually catch it, because otherwise I would have screamed like a little girl. But we do see an artillery piece going down in base, and I think this is a good shout from Handler. He's not going to be able to have any dominance with his vehicles, even though he's having great success with his Ostwind. He's keeping it very back. Now this is the trouble. And I'm sure that you and I have experienced this many times as well, Wish, where you're winning the game, but you're losing the battle, you're losing the war. You're beating all the units down, but I mean, he's down to under 100 points now, still triple capped. It's very, very dangerous. Doesn't matter how much infantry you kill or how many vehicles you take out if you're not controlling the map, and he's had no map control in this game before. So, Ostwind has gone poking, and he has been found wanting. I think he probably wanted to try and stop the T-34 being repaired, but because his artillery piece is now up, I imagine we're going to start seeing some artillery. Yep, right down top. Let's take off the fog of war so we can see the shots landing. Oh, good lord.
Yeah, he lost
fantastic
the
shot.
Squad.
Yep.
Lost the Pioneer Squad.
Pioneer Squad went down, and this T-70 is limping away.
Yeah.
Don't know if he's going to make it out or not. He's close to a shot. Oh, it's so close. You almost want it to happen just to see. Oh, the T-34
is really decisive right now.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's got another T-34 out on top.
Yeah.
I can't keep watching the artillery, unfortunately, but T-4 and Osman will very handily take out this T-34 who decides to go around. Okay, it's not bad, it's just around it. It's going to take the Osman quite some time to actually get around to killing it, but he will kill it eventually. Very, very, very low more team trying to cap up as well.
Yeah, he lost. Yeah, called in on the shock troop team, but he did lose another conscript squad there, making him having only the shock troop squad he just called in and the double vet MG, which is in base, and the shock troops are in base. So this should be the time where Handler should really try to cap up the map.
Well, Handler obviously lost. It's quite gutting losing those. Betted up Grenadiers as he did. Unfortunately now this Panzer IV is just sort of sat here. It's not got engine destroyed, is it? No. It was just sort of sat in front of the ISU. The ISU is hugely out of position now. Now is the best
Yeah.
time for it to try and flank with the Austrian. The Austrian does eat one shot down to around about half HP. Can't take too many more of those. But if he can get the flank off. Ooh, it looked like he was ramming
So
him.
close, so close, so close,
Yeah.
so close.
Oh, can he get a shot off? Oh, he didn't. He was too busy maneuvering. He didn't take that extra second to take the shot. You see the cannons actually going through the Austrian now.
Yeah.
Now the Austrian is going to start doing a little dance. Needs to reman this. Packer who's coming up. He's got rear armor shots against this ISU now. Now it's time to start dishing out some damage. 2 spot-on shots. It's such a large vehicle.
He's down to 22 VPs.
22 VP. Oh, he's cutting it close, but he has cut off the drain for now. And it's now triple cap against him. So,
Right,
22 VPs, that is a nail biter.
Time.
The ISU is going to limp out. I'm at 30-minute mark now.
All right, I'll pause. You go on 30-10.
Alright, 37, 38, 39, 30-10. So now the Austrian is coming in and challenging this bet to max him, and he's also going to pick away at the shock troops. Again, the shock troops can do nothing against the Austrian whatsoever. That said, this bet 2, bet 3, excuse me, mortar, which he was desperately using to try and cap, has gone down.
Yeah,
So
Austrian is on 23 kills right now, so that really paid itself.
And at Bedentry 2, that's huge as well. We do see back in Sargasa's base 35 kills in that T-70. He's just desperately trying to repair those things up as quickly as he can. A little bit of a float for Handler. He's around about 550 manpower. So I'm not too sure he's thinking about getting the next. He could get another artillery piece. That artillery piece has been doing okay. He's at Bedentry 1. It's done a huge amount of damage to those vehicles. And obviously he can keep the pressure on the VPs. But the VPs are going to go back into the favor of Sargasa, and the bleed is going to be turned back on. This Austrian, this hero Austrian, is going to be able to take out the MG squad, or he's going to try to focus the ISU. I'm not too sure. He's trying to focus on the ISU, but here comes the T-34 as well to back it out. The T-34, very easy to be able to run, but here comes the Panzer IV as well to back things up. And now because the P4 is hugging this T-34, the T-34 cannot
it's
ram.
within range as well, so he cannot use the ram.
Exactly, he's so close, so far up his ass. And it's because his ISU is just been so severely out of position. This T-34 will go down very quickly. He will not have enough time to really turn and face his ISU. He's going to have to try and run it out. But as he's running it out, it's going to show its rear armor. The Panzer IV is going to be able to pick it off eventually, I believe. The victory
it will take it down very soon, because if you watched the finals yesterday, whenever you watch this, that will be probably pointless. Langreskaya finals. Oh, chase it.
Alright.
Yeah,
Bit of a desperation call there, I feel, but the ISU has limped out. But I mean, one more shot and it will go down. But I was trying to say the VPs are back now in favor of Handler, so he's paused at 21 VPs. I missed what went down there, I'm not sure. T-70 of Veteran C3 is a beast, but unfortunately the Vet 2 V4
is better.
Is better, yeah. And you can see the V4 gets these cool little armored skirts.
He's down to 4 units right now. 4 units.
That's a huge hit from this ISU. He's going to blitzkrieg, blitzkrieg. He's going to be able to... Oh, but he's sitting right in front of it! Ah! They both missed. Alright, V4 is now going to
Actually, I'd drive out there. Drive out there just to keep that V4 alive.
Yeah, he didn't get a penetrating shot, unfortunately. He didn't get a penetrating shot again. He takes another side shot. Desperately needs just to try and flank this guy. His Austrian meanwhile is at the top. I think his Austrian came in. Oh, and down it goes.
So sad.
But that's...
Oh, smoke. Too late. Again, it's the 3rd time this game. Smoke came too late.
I always get excited because you're like, oh, something's coming in. But we do see the artillery piece is firing into the base. We did take a couple of kills on the shock troops. The pack gun was trying to take it out of the ISU. But I mean, another thing he's doing, which he's not really realizing, is that he's forcing all of the units that his opponent has into his base right now. He has nothing on the field. And this is a complete flip of the entire what the entire game has been so far. So now Handler is in a sound position. This ISU is going to be stuck in base for a couple of minutes at least until it's fully repaired. And
there are only shock troops in base as well. 2 combat engineers and 2 shock troops. 1 half full on the one full. But that being said, there is T-34 building right now, so he really should stick to keeping his AT guns alive, his packs alive, to to counter that as soon as possible.
Well, the trouble is, I think getting so many shock troops, he needs volume rather than quality right now.
Yeah.
If he just had some conscripts out and he's just lobbing 18As and Molotovs about, he'd be a lot better off than just trying to get shock troops in to do the job. Because these Panzer Grenadiers, the 4 of them, should be able to push off the 3 shock troops, even though the ICU is. Ooh, okay, I'll leave my words right there. The ISU shot monitoring a tree and taking the Panzer Grenadiers down half health. The Flak Panzer is now at full health once again, no more vehicle impairment, so he's going to roll on in to support the Panzer Grenadiers. Just needs to be careful, he doesn't need any shots from the, or too many shots, should I say, from the ISU. There you go, ISU does do a little bit of damage. You can see the damage is greatly reduced now he's in Veterancy 2. He's a lot sturdier, a lot harder. And he's just capping up. He's going to put a bunker down on this top BP, which is smart, because he cannot afford to be trickily back cap. Oh, here comes a ram attempt from the Ostwind. He does get it off, and has actually immobilized the Ostwind because the Ostwind
end of the Ostwind.
Yeah, the Ostwind was had its rear armor facing on the ram. He's actually immobilized rather than engine destroyed or engine damaged. ISU is going to be able to just sit there, relax, and just pick it off. Okay, I mean, he's got plenty of VPs. Another smoke coming in, actually. He's going to try and save this with smoke, but I mean, there's nothing to back it up. That's the trouble. So it is good smoke positioning, but, you know, it's... Oh, actually, that said, here comes a P4. But I very much doubt this P4 is going to be able to do anything. He might be able to take down the T-34. He's not going to be able to take down the ISU, I feel.
And he still has the ISU in base. I don't think that's really true shock. Yeah, it's not. No, that was a bad call. Sometimes you have to accept the losses. Well, no, he doesn't have this on the P4. That's
interesting.
That's a
Okay.
mistake.
Yeah, and the combat engineers, unfortunately, they're out there trying to fix up the T-34. He's just trying to keep it alive for long enough that the P4 doesn't take it down. But I gotta say, the ISU being in base means that he can't be shot at by the artillery piece. That was the main thing I feel like he's probably why he's hiding straight back there. Very low Grenadiers versus very low shock troops up on this point up here.
Ooh.
Touch and go, the shock troops are freezing, Grenadiers are about to freeze, Grenadiers push them off, but they both retreat out. Again, unfortunately, he could have just sent the shock troops and capped up the north point. There's a small fire there, he would have been able to keep warm. Just a small mistake because just that, you know, every little point counts now, especially for Hanley. He's got to be happy and elated, but bricking it at the same time because this is not a very good position for either player to be in. So it's down on the wires to put the fog of war back on. I mean, there's like I say, there's not a huge amount of units left on the field really.
No, and I think didn't he just build a second pack just before the P4 came in?
Yes. Yes, you've got a completely unused pack at the moment.
Yeah, it's kind of sad as well because the only unit it has to shoot on is the ISU, and as they are placed right now in base, they're not doing anything. He really needs to use those units, even for capping, just to lay down, just to cap up the map, putting a lot of pressure on Sargasa so that Sargasa makes more mistakes.
The trouble is with that, I mean, because Sargasa has gone so heavy with shock troops, and you obviously cannot retreat a pack gun. Well, that's just you know, it's free money for the shock troops, really.
Yeah, just depends on where you place it and if you can support it as well. But keeping them there in base, facing.
Sorry, this bottom BP is now being challenged by Sargasa, which will turn the bleed back on for Handler. So he has to do something immediately. He's got so many units sitting here not doing anything. The Pioneers are sitting here not repairing up his P4. His howitzer is now shooting, and it does get straight away a great shot off right onto the VP. Did he take out the squad? He took the squad out. All right, fantastic.
Yep, he did. Right.
So maybe the bleed isn't going back on. It's going to stay neutral. But yeah, this artillery piece I feel has been great for him. It's got 25 kills. It's just quite a lot. Now hits efficiency 3 with that shot. But it's just great for area of denial, indirect fire. I mean, here at the top as well. Now you see the smart placement of the MG bunker, which forced off the shock troops straight away.
Yeah. Now, if he would place the pack gun somewhere near that bunker, for instance, which I was talking about, he really could use that because there is a T-34 just. I was not doing anything right now, but it could move in on the bunker, really.
Sorry, man, I just got to say that's probably a good game right there. He just lost his second flying. He's just trying to cap this point. and it wasn't being supported by it. If he moved the ISU onto this point or near this point, then he would have had a much better chance of keeping it, throwing away, even though they're low cost units, throwing them away when you have very little bodies on the field. It's disastrous. Grenadiers are being defeated quite handily because they're up so close to the shock troops. I feel if he had a grenade, the shock troops had a grenade, he'd be able to take out the squad now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, up top,
T-34.
Yep. Go on.
T-34 against Panzer Grenadiers. Again, the pack I was talking about really could have been useful up there. So, I mean, well, even that P4 will really change the deal though, but it would be good just to have something up there 80-wise. Just stupid to leave it in your base when you can place it somewhere to make use of it, because he has Sargasa has to. I mean, he's got a. I mean, he's pretty low on VPs as well. He really needs to think about what he's doing and harass as many points as possible. No.
God, that was both extremely lucky and unfortunate. Hannah was doing great using the Blitzkrieg to chase down the T-34. He got a little bit too close, and the last sliver of health has managed to be immobilized. But we do see another P4 out for Hannah, so she's not going to be too worried about that. That said, what you're talking about with the pack-ins, I think that's a good idea. If you look at the top left VP, that bunker is fully covering the VP. He is quite susceptible to flank, so if you just got a pack-in on there, then at least it's going to prevent any capping. Yeah, the pack-in will go down, but that's a sacrifice you're going to very willingly make when you've got so little in terms of VP. I don't actually see what I think. Did he run over mine?
Where?
I'm not too sure. In the middle, the P4 is got a damaged engine. I'm not too sure how.
Probably a mine.
Yeah, it looks like there's a mine right there. I think, but I mean, didn't take that much damage from it. That's the weird thing. ISU now hits Benji 2. But I feel it's a little bit too. Well, he is going for this. We're trying to go for this top BP. Obviously, encounters the MG bunker and encountering this MG bunker up top now as well. So he desperately needs to relocate his.
ISU.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. It
takes out another P4 though. I mean, these P4s are being
bombing run. Bombing run takes up the top bunker.
Fantastic. Happy days. I just caught the end of that. So now, as soon as those shock troops are unpinned, they will cap that up. And again, you know, Hannah will start facing the bleed. But another fantastic job with this bunker at the top. Really smart positioning because these conscripts are unable to dislodge him. Another P4 being built now. He's just using these P4s just to deny anything but the ISU. The ISU, I feel, is doing okay, but he's just not got the infantry to support it. But again, okay, so as soon as that VP is capped, he immediately starts to cap up the other VP. The ISU does have a vision on it for now, but as soon as that point goes neutral, there you go. He's no longer got vision of that point whatsoever, and the ISU is now rendered cracked. Yep.
Yeah.
Not doing anything.
You really should consider moving that somewhere, just anywhere. I mean, it's stationary. It's also an artillery target. Even if artillery is going down in base, wreaking havoc in base. So I think that's.
Personally, I would have positioned. Oh, another bombing run coming in from the other bunker now up top. But think about it. This is such a huge dump of that's 400 munitions for the cost of 2 bunkers, which is what 300 manpower and 120 munitions. I don't think that really breaks even, but at this point he doesn't care. He just needs to get these VPs. What I would like to have seen him done is put the ISU up on the top right VP. The shock troops are very low. Shock troops are going to be able to get out. T-34 comes to the backup as well. But as soon as the P4 comes up, target eliminated. Oh, it must be in the howitzer doing its job, doing its time. 33 kills now on that artillery piece.
Sorry, I didn't see that, but there's a good
fantastic bundle grenade. Yeah, I just caught that as well. Fantastic grenade there from the Panzer Grenadiers. But that said, bottom VP is now being contested by sargasa once again. So, I mean, the game looked like to me like it was over about, I don't know, 15 minutes ago, but it's still going on. This T-34 is now being challenged by the P4. If he can get the P4 close enough, he'll be able to negate the ram. Yeah, very, very lucky there. The ram ability is kind of, you know, it won't automatically charge through stationary objects, so he's kind of safe here. He can't be rammed directly there, so again, it's probably lucky rather than skill. But he's backing up the T-34 now, so he can get a ram off it, or he's just going to back it straight on out.
Well,
okay,
he's not going to get the ram off.
Yeah,
but he does have another T-34, but it's sitting in base. I don't know why.
ISU just one-shotted the Pank. Pank is a pack-in with a tank. And they've crossbred.
Panzer Grenadiers.
One Panzer Grenadier alone is going to take this top VP. And he's down
it's
to
a T-34 coming.
Down to 6 VPs. The T-34 is coming, or the P4 is coming up top as well to support it. So does go in his hands.
There we go.
The VP is now
Get out.
okay. Another sort of like close engagement. These P4s though, I mean, they don't take much damage from the T-34s. So, but what do I hear? He gets finishing one. Does get rammed. They're both immobilized. They're both going to be sympathizing. He's going. The MG is going to continue to fire away, but that's not going to do anything against full armor. Bomb VP is under threat. He has got a little force, a little expedition force to come and take this and challenge it. If he can triple cap Sargasa, then he'll be in a fantastic position because he'll be able to react to whatever point is most. Most threatened.
Just to say, the main building for Sargasa is about to go down. It has very little HP left, so a lucky shell landing on there will stop him from calling in units. There we go. It's gone.
All right.
Yeah. So now he can only. No, it wasn't the headquarters. It was the.
That was his tanky obby.
Yeah.
That was his tier 4.
Yeah. But that being said, he has no manpower to call in anything but conscripts right now.
Sorry, I meant tier 3, not tier 4. He can still call in his shock troops. The ISC 152 actually took out both the P4 and the T-34 who were mobilized and tanked all together. Just be careful, guys. Obviously, friendly fire is on. Don't spawn kill your own guys. The other thing to make sure you note as well is that, oh god, Sargasa is clapping this bottom point. No, it's gonna be double point. I mean, he's gonna turn the bleed on. I don't see anything. He's desperately scrambling towards that with his Panzer Grenadiers, but I think this could be it. He's done 4 points. Yeah. This is gonna be it. This is gonna be a good game. This is really, oh god, I feel so bad for Handler. This is one of those games where he's played pretty good. He's coming from adversity and everything, but he's just didn't have the map control down at one point. He's not gonna do this. Playback over. Congratulations, Sargasa. What a hard fought game. Post-game analysis, Le Wish, hit me. How do you feel that went?
I think it actually surprising that he was able to, that Handler was able to be in the game for that long. Being with, having so few resources for such a long time, he did really a good job to stick in all that long. I think he could have used some of his units better. He had a lot of units in base for quite a long time. He did really put a huge drain on Sargasa. Sargasa is down to very few units at the end of the game, and but he really put up a good fight. I think he did a fantastic job coming back, even if it wasn't enough, obviously. But
well, I mean, I thought that. I thought the game was over a couple of times. I thought that Sargasa, when he had that original base pin, I thought he had Hannah on the ropes, and Hannah was nowhere near going to be able to come out of it. But then, obviously, Handler did come out. He pushed out 3 waves, I think, 3 consecutive waves, and was able to take back map control. Didn't even bother to take down the ISC 152. He very nearly did.
No.
But I think that Sargasa spent so much trying to keep that ISU alive that he completely forgot. I mean, the shock troop spam, it didn't go in his favor. If he had conscripts, he'd have double the amount of units he had out right now, and he would have been able to cover the map. But that said, he won. You know, Handler's biggest error, I think, was I think in tier 2, even though he was low on fuel and he really wanted to save him the P4s, he had plenty of munitions. He could have got out like a Flamer half-track or something beneficial from tier 2 rather than just pack guns. Obviously, the T-70 was in the field quite early, but he just needed anything really to help get out of that base pin he had.
Yeah, I mean the scout car, an upgraded scout car. Scout cars are cheap, upgrades is cheap, and it will beat T-70 hands down. No worries.
No, two scout cars will beat up T-70. One on its own will probably lose the T-70. But the thing is, if you have one up guns, you can.
It can win. It can win.
It can win.
I mean,
okay.
Yeah, no worries. Lost a T-70 to a scout car just the other night.
All right.
So
but
it can.
I was going to say the other thing he could have done with the scout car is try to bait the T-70 into his pack guns, maybe.
Definitely.
But I think my favorite play, the thing I'm going to learn the most from is just the bunker placement. The bunker placement is fantastic on these top VPs. And I think he would have won the game if he just went out and replaced him. But I mean, at this point in the game, you're so desperately trying to scramble to prevent the VPs from going down. Building them in the first place is difficult. He did have enough manpower, but he just didn't have enough troops in the field. But there we are.
He could have placed bunkers earlier as well. Just a side note. The artillery gun, 36 kills, vet 3.
Yep.
And the ISU, 25 kills, vet 2. So that artillery piece was really, really working in his favor. Something that Sargasa really needed to pay attention to.
Yeah, I think, like I said, it did a great area of denial. It was right back in his base, so he didn't have any opportunity to go and hint in. As soon as obviously he gets Veterancy 3 as well, he gets huge range bonus, so he can fire right into this base as well. The important thing to note, I think I've probably mentioned this before, guys, is that things like experience and build time is affected by the cost of the unit. So because the artillery is slightly cheaper, it could have got away with slightly less kills or slightly less damage to actually hit Veterancy 3 as compared to the ISU 152, because it's got such a large fuel requirement as well. So that's how those kind of things work. But I think we should probably wrap this up, because otherwise my PC will be overheating for 2 days just trying to upload this replay alone. But I will say thank you very much. My name's been Krozzfyre, and I've been having a fantastic time along with my best buddy,
Le Wish, and I wish you all a good game, and see you on the battlefield.
Happy days, guys. Take it easy, and be sure to check out code2.org game replays. Check out the SNF, the weekend action on Langresca was fantastic. Check that out if you haven't had a chance to do so, and I will see you all guys soon. Take care. Thanks for joining, guys.